Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at situations people found themselves in, so yeah, let's just get right into the video. I was talking to a guy online and thought he was super hot. At 17 years old, I drove 4 hours to meet an internet stranger and get some strange. Luckily, he was exactly who he said he was. My parents found out as I was driving home in a torrential downpour. My dad printed out statistics on internet stranger danger when I got home, and I was obviously grounded for a long time. Anyways, we're married now. Dang, okay, that ended well. Thank gosh she didn't get kidnapped and murdered. I once had a girlfriend who left a trail of her clothes leading to the bedroom, where she was waiting under the covers, naked, holding a diving knife between her breasts. She wanted to see if I'd look at her body first or the knife. She also gave me a vial of her blood as a present one time. What? What was she doing? I don't get it, man. Like, was she gonna kill him if he didn't look at her body? Or if he looked at her body? Yo, I'm confused. Okay. I was a single guy trying to find a date on Craigslist. I reached out to this outdoorsy, super fit, adventurous woman. We talked, we hit it off, so I invite her on a first date to go for a nice long hike in the Oregon wilderness. I pick her up from her place. She had a backpack full of survival gear with a machete strapped to the side. I thought bringing it along was kind of weird, but my desire to spend some time with this girl clouded my judgment. She bought a freaking machete? Like, was that to like protect herself? Okay. We go out into the wilderness, go for a hike. It starts out great at first. A few miles in, we come across a river. We decide to go skinny dipping and have some crazy sex by the river. Afterwards, we are covered in mud and other things, but decide to head back. She decides she doesn't want to get dressed again. She also wants to take a shortcut, insisting she knows the way. This naked woman covered in mud pulls out her machete and starts hacking away through the bush. Sticks and thorns from blackberries tear at her skin along the way, adding blood to the mixture of things on her body. We go her way for quite a while. She was growing increasingly frustrated and angry. Finally, I tell her that I think we are going the wrong way and I was going to go a different way. She objected, but ultimately decided to start following me. I get us back to a highway and kind of tease her that I was the one that figured it out. She then grabs some nearby roadkill and throws it at me. I was rather pissed about this, but I decided to just get this over with. We walk along the highway, her still naked, until we get back to my car. Only one person drove past us on the way back. I couldn't even imagine what they thought seeing me being followed by a muddy and bloody naked woman wielding a sword. I tell her she can't get into my car unless she puts her clothes back on. After some arguing, she finally does. We had a long and awkwardly quiet drive home. I dropped her off at her place and never spoke to her again. What even happened, man? Nice. At least they didn't die, dude. Honestly, I thought she was gonna use a freaking machete to hack him away, man. Jeez. Why didn't she want to put her clothes back on? Like, because she was muddy? They should have just washed up in the river or something. Dude, the things you would do when you're just a little horny, hey. Man, if this was like the other way around, dude, I'll be terrified. I mean, even reading this, I was already terrified for this guy because this girl be acting crazy. But if it was a guy bringing all this and a machete as a girl, I'll be even more terrified. After a long day of driving, my friend and I found ourselves in a small logging town looking for a place to rest. We stumbled upon a local bar and decided to have a few drinks. While there, we struck up a conversation with some of the town's residents, including some local women who invited us to a house party. At the party, my friend hit it off with one of the girls and they ended up in her bedroom. However, to our surprise, the entire local football team showed up at the house shortly after. We were worried that we were in serious trouble, but to our amazement, they simply drove us back to our cars and told us to get the hell out of town. Wait, why? Because they were from out of town? And you know, they're like, you don't do this in my town. I don't know, man. I don't know. What happened? I'm confused. Can someone explain this to me? How come they had to like shoo them away? I was traveling in Mexico with friends about 14 years ago. I was 20 years old. Before smartphones, I was at a club with my friends and I hooked up with a local, went home with him and didn't tell my friends where I was going. Ended up passing out during the deed and had some random girl and her partner shaking me awake. Don't know where the guy I was hooking up with went, but there was just a bunch of randoms in this house. The girl was giving me a lecture on the drive home about how dangerous what I did was and that this is Mexico. I didn't know where I was and they ended up driving me back to the hostel at 4 a.m. and I didn't remember where it was, so they dropped me at a bus stop that I remembered was close by and managed to walk back. My friends walked in the room the next morning at 9 a.m. I thought it was hilarious at the time, but now when I think about it, it scares me. Bro, they just did everything that we were taught not to do, man. This person is crazy, dude. They went to Mexico, hooked up with someone random and just passed out. And they didn't even know where they were. Thank gosh nothing happened to them, because I feel like that's a situation where it could end you up in deep trouble. I'm just mind blown that this person was so cool about it and they were just like, I guess it happens, poof. And they were laughing about it. This is no laughing matter, girl. Oh my god. Back when I was exploring the world of online dating apps, I almost got set up for something bad. I was working night shift at a call center, so meeting women was tough, and dating a coworker is always a bad idea in my opinion. So I signed up for the usual sites in 2014-ish. Had some connections that fizzled out. One connection that went okay for a bit but wasn't quite right either. Then an attractive woman matches with me and shoots me a message. We start talking and it's cool. We both work weird hours, have some similar but not matching tastes. We messaged back and forth in app for maybe a week. She hits me up one night as I'm heading home from work and asks me if I want to meet her after she gets off work for coffee at a nearby Waffle House. I work till midnight, so we will be meeting up around 1 a.m. I'm a large white man living in Florida, so I tend not to worry too much about being attacked by strangers. And she's cute and it's been a while for me, so I agree to meet up. I pull into the parking lot and the first thing I notice is there is only one customer seated in the Waffle House, and it is clearly an elderly man. The parking lot has no street lights, so the only light in the lot is what spills out of the windows of the diner. Standing off to the side of the front of the building, you can see several people milling about in a group. You can see a few cigs lighting up here and there in the group as people drag on them, and can barely make out whether people are not smoking. Something like 4 to 6 people is what it looked like. Alarms go off immediately, so I park my car, keep it running with the doors locked and lights on, and I shoot her a message in the app asking if she was on her way. I see one of the people in the group pull up a phone like they were reading a message and type a reply. She replies quickly that she's already inside. I ask if she's at the table or counter. She says she's sitting at a table waiting for me. And again, the only person in the group outside that I have seen use a phone pulls theirs out exactly when she gets my message, types something into the phone, and then I get her response. So at this point, I'm certain this is a setup. I text her back and ask if she's sitting at a table inside. Why is it I only see an elderly man eating alone and the staff working? Dude's phone lights up again, and then the group starts to move away from the building itself and towards my car, but it's already in gear and I just roll out of there. Her profile was deleted the following morning when I pulled up my message. Probably avoided getting jumped and mugged that night. They probably thought fat nerdy guy would be an easy mark. Wow. Thank gosh nothing happened to them, but I swear, why were they still there for so long? Honestly. The fact that they still reply, I don't see you at the table, I only see an elderly man. No. Don't even type that. Just get out of there. Okay, don't even let them know that you're there, right? It just makes me mad. But you know what? I'm glad they're okay. I'm glad they got out. But you know, that last text was just him trying to get himself in trouble. You don't let yourself be known that you're there, you know? But hey, at least he wasn't desperate enough to believe all her lies. But now, people are smarter where they would actually have a girl sitting there, but she's in on the setup. But they have a girl instead of having like no girl like this group. Dumb. But yeah, nowadays they have a woman working for them and then they mug the person afterwards. So that's scary. Trust your gut feelings, people. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!